Hello everyone. So today we are going to continue our question and answer series for the Canadian citizenship exam. And today we are going to focus on chapter 5, how Canadian governs themselves. Okay, and the first question will be, federal government takes responsibility for option A, agriculture, B, national and international concerns, C, civil rights, D, immigration. If you remember from our summary series, agriculture and immigration are two things which are shared between federal government and provincial government. So we should exclude this. And again, we still have two options: the national and international concerns or civil rights. So I believe it's quite clear that we should have the right answer should be, which is national and international concerns. Okay. So again, agriculture and immigrations are shared between federal and provincial governments. Second question, the responsibility of the health care comes under, so who takes care of health? So is provincial government, federal government, legislative assemblies, or sovereign? As you, if you remember, we said that if you move from one state, from one province to another province, you have to change your health card. So that's mean for sure that the health is governed by the province. So it's the right answer should be option A, provincial government. Okay, to grant the right to vote, a person must be 16 years old, 17 years old, 18 years old, 19 years old. Yeah, the right answer for sure C. So it should be 18 years old. And for sure a Canadian. So it should be a Canadian at the same time 18 years old. The next question. The provinces of Canada are governed by the A, arbitrary law, B, federal government, C, legislative assemblies, D, sovereign. Okay, so we speak here about the province. So for sure it is not the federal government. We can exclude this. We are not using an arbitrary law. So for sure we can exclude this also. So sovereign doesn't have any rule in government. It is just a symbol which represents the unity of all Canadians. So the right answer for sure should be legislative assemblies or the province government. So it can be one of the two options. All right, legislative assembly or province government. Okay, so the right answer here C, and take care. The right answer can be a province government or legislative assembly, because actually the province government is represented by the legislative assemblies. Okay. Next question. Which act defines the responsibilities of the federal and provincial governments? British North America Act, Constitutional Act 1867, Both A and B, D, Constitutional Act 1997. This is a tricky question, and please, every time when you see both A and B, or both something, both A and B, or both A and C, or both A and D, you have to really to think about if the two options are correct. If you remember, actually, the government responsibility and election and all those stuff has been defined in the Constitutional Act 1867, and this year is very important to remember. But actually, British North America Act is another name, so both are the same. Is another name for this Constitutional Act. So actually, the right answer will be C, both A and B, because actually, the British North America Act is another name for the Constitutional Act 1867. So take care of this type of questions just to avoid like losing very easy points. Okay. Next question will be: federal government is located in? Yeah, the federal government should be located in the capital of Canada. And what is the capital of Canada? Is it Montreal, Quebec City, Toronto, or Ottawa? So for sure, the right answer would be the Ottawa. Okay. Next question would be: which of the following is a key fact of Canada's system of government? Federal state, parliamentary democracy, constitutional monarchy, or all of the above? Again, also when you see all of the above, think about it. Like 50% it will be the right answer, and 50% it will be not the right answer. I'm just saying think about it. You don't have to choose it without thinking or blindly. You only have to think about it. So does the government is a federal state? Yes, we are a federal state. Do we have a parliament and we have a democracy? Yes, we are a parliamentary democracy. Do we use a constitution, or we govern based on a constitution? Monarchy? Yes, we have a constitution, and monarchy means we have a loyal person or a sovereign. So all of the above are right. So the right answer for sure will be D, all of the above. Okay. Next question. Who grants royal assent to the bill on the behalf of the sovereign? Who is representing the sovereign in Canada on the federal level, like on the federal government? Is it the Governor General, Prime Minister, Parliament members, or senators? For sure, the representative of sovereign on the federal level is the Governor General. Governor General. Okay. Next question: which part of the Parliament has members appointed by the Governor General and serve until the age of 75? Okay, the Parliament has three parts: the House of Commons, number one. The House of Lords is not apart from the Parliament. The Governor House is not apart from the Parliament. The Senate, yes, it is apart from the Parliament. And the third part, or the third part of the House of the Parliament is the sovereign, right? Which is not in the option here. So which one of those are appointed by the Governor General? For sure, we know that the House of Commons is elected by people, so the right answer for sure will be the Senate. The Senate. Okay. Next question: how are members of Parliament, MPs, are selected? This is, I just said it now before, and while commenting on the previous question. They are appointed by the United Nations, appointed by the sovereign, Queen or King, appointed by the police chief, or elected by the voters in their local districts. For sure, only the member of parliaments are elected by voters in their local districts, so the right answer should be option D. Okay. This question will be: cabinet ministers have to resign if they are defeated in a non-confidence vote, succeed in a non-confidence vote, defeated in a confidence vote, succeed in a confidence vote. So what is the right answer? So for sure, they are not succeeded, right? So they are defeated to be resigned, to have to be defeated. So if they defeated in a confidence vote or a non-confidence vote, the right answer for sure non-confidence. So the parliament say we don't have any confidence, any more confidence in this government, and they vote on the parliament. And if they defeated, but means that more than half of the members agree on that, so for sure they have to resign. Okay. When do the election for the members of the House of Commons, which is member of parliaments, take place? Every 5 years, every 3 years, every 4 years, every 6 years? Yeah, sure, for sure, the right answer every 4 years, and in every 4 years on the third Monday of October. On the third Monday of October. So third Monday, the day is Monday, and the month is October. Next question: how many times should a bill be read in the House of Commons before it becomes a law? Once, twice, 3 times. No need to read the bill. The right answer for sure is 3 times. So the bill needs to be read for 3 times before becoming a law in Canada. To become a law in Canada, a bill should passed by the House of Commons, given a royal assent, passed by the Senate, all of the above. Yeah, we said actually the bill have to go through 3 steps. First step should be passed by the House of Commons, then it go to the Senate, then after that it get a stamp from the sovereign, which is a royal assent. So the right answer for sure will be all of the above. Okay. Who represents the sovereign in the province legislature? So who represents the sovereign on the province level? On the federal level, general governor, right? But on the province level, is it lieutenant governor, prime ministers, member of parliament, member of House of Commons? It should be governor, but it is not the general, it is the lieutenant governor. So the right answer is A, lieutenant governors. Okay. In the federal government, who selects the cabinet minister and is responsible for the operation of the government? Who is the head of the government? Let's say the prime minister, governor, sovereign, or senators. For sure is the prime minister. The prime minister, who is actually the actual ruler of the country, actually, because the sovereign is just a symbol, and the governor general just represents the sovereign just for stamping and or for like let's say ceremony actions. But actually who actually rules the country and put all the rules and select the cabinets and manage the government is the prime minister. Okay. Which of the following is not a part of the parliament? We said the parliament has 3 parts. House of Commons is number 1, Senate number 2, and sovereign number 3. So the right answer for sure will be lieutenant governors. Okay. In Canada, a debate in the parliament to make something as a law is generally called proposal, in box C, bill. The right answer is option D, bill. Next question. Senators are appointed by so anyone appointed inside Canada would be appointed by the Governor General. There is no other one, Governor General, on the advice of, by the help of the Prime Minister, except the Governor General himself, because he can't appoint himself. So he will be appointed by the sovereign, but by the advice of also Prime Minister. So here, senators are appointed by, for sure, the Governor General. So the option will be, we are Canadian citizens, sovereign, House of Commons, or Governor General. So the right answer will be Governor General. Okay. For sure, on the advice of the Prime Minister, on the advice of the Prime Minister. Who is the head of the government? For sure, the head of the government, the main guy of the government who selects the captains, who rules the country, is option A, the Prime Minister. Is not the governor, is not the sovereign, it is for sure none of these, because we have the right answer, which is the Prime Minister. Who is the head of the government? Okay, as the Prime Minister. And who is the head of the state? The country, who is the symbol of the country, is the sovereign, like the King or Queen of England. Okay, so this is the next question, actually. So who is the head of the state? Is the Prime Minister, governor, or sovereign, or none of these? The right answer is sovereign. Sovereign, okay. Governor General in Canada is appointed by, so I said Governor General is appointed by, he can't appoint himself, so by the sovereign on the advice of the Prime Minister, the Cabinet Minister on the advice of sovereign, the Canadian citizens, the House of Commons. The right answer for sure is the sovereign on the advice of the Prime Minister. This question, as head of Commonwealth, the sovereign links Canada to how many other nations? So how many other nations are linked to the Commonwealth? This answer should be like the number. If you read the question, you know it. It is just 53. 53 nations actually linked to the Commonwealth under the British reality. Okay. Next question. What time period is the Governor General appointed for? So how many years the Governor General is appointed for? 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? Yeah, the right answer is 5 years. So the Governor General is 5 years. The Senate is 5 years. The Lieutenant Governor is also 5 years. Only the Member of Parliaments are 4 years. Member of Parliaments or House of Commons are 4 years. Okay. Next question. The sovereign is represented in Canada by the Prime Minister, Governor, Cabinet Minister, none of these. Yes, it is the Governor, General Governor, or Governor General. So this is who represents the sovereign in Canada. Okay. Who has no political rule in Canadian democracy? Sovereign, Prime Minister, Governors, Senate members. So no rule, no political rule. He didn't do any like a rule in the government or anything. He's just a symbol which represents the unity of all Canadians, right? So if you know the definition of the sovereign, so it's right. So the right answer will option A, sovereign. Sovereign. In each province, who has a rule similar to that the Prime Minister? Who has a rule similar to he's head of the government of the province on the province level, right? It is the Governor, Premier, Senate member, none of these. Yes, the right answer is option B, Premier. Okay. No bill can become a law in Canada until it has been passed by the House of Commons and the Senate and has received royal assent, Prime Minister approval, public voting knock. Yeah, the right answer is for sure royal assent, which is the stamp of the General Governor. I think we are done. Yes, we are done for chapter 5, and next time we'll continue with chapter 6. See you next time, and thank you.